Hey, what's going on, guys? Today we have a brand new essay topic video, and today we're going to be discussing basically the origin of Dillon / the Human Torch, how he was born, how he got his powers, and so on and so forth. So without further ado, let's get started.
It doesn't make us strong, it doesn't make us weak. Tongue tied to service like sharp preteens. I could only breathe. Live to believe I'm alone.
Dillon Law, he was born obviously the same way the Human Torch was when he first got his powers. Obviously, he is not related to the Invisible Woman in this series. Nothing really truly does change for his character, nonetheless, after the Imprint universe was created, after Ronnie went back in time and killed Barry Allen's mother. Johnny Storm was originally the Human Torch. And yes, I do know he is not truly the Human Torch. And to be completely honest with you, we don't ever see him use his powers very often, but we did get to see him use his powers in episode 4, I believe. And essentially what happens is that's how they basically find out who Doom is, where he came from. So essentially his timeline is very much compact and is completely the same as the original Human Torch is. He basically has the same timeline as the original Human Torch in the comic books Johnny Storm. Okay, so Dillon Law is Johnny Storm essentially. But the difference is that in the original timeline before Ronnie changed history, Dillon was just a regular high schooler, and he's been that way. That was the original timeline. But now he's completely an adult. He's in his 30s or 40s, something like that. I don't know. He doesn't really age. So then Peter had his little incident with his parents. His parents died, or at least his dad died, and so he ended up taking him in, and Dillon became his adopted father, and he's been his adopted father ever since then. People will ask questions like, well, if Dillon is the adopted father, I mean, it doesn't really make sense for him to be adopted if he has a mother that's just sitting there, you know. Well, essentially what happened is his mom wasn't able to take care of him for, like, I don't know, maybe the first 16 years of his life. So that is when Dillon had to take care of him, and he became his adopted father, and that basically answers that. He still is basically his dad. He's been his, so that's so he's Peter's dad. Okay, that's Peter's dad. There's no question about it. They do look similar. I mean, yeah, obviously there's a couple differences like the hair, but I mean, like, I worked from Peter's hair to make Dillon's hair. So I mean, okay, now let's get to the important part. So I believe this was before Peter was born. The funny thing is that Morgan and Dillon actually knew each other way back when they used to be superheroes together. They were the Fantastic Four. Instead of Susan and Johnny and then being related, no, it's Morgan, Dillon, and then it's Ben, and then it's Reed. Okay, so now, you know, the whole universe is completely messed up. It's really confusing. So they used to be superheroes together, they used to fight crime together, but they have the exact same timeline as they did with the Fantastic Four movies, because we also had that small scene of Doom where he was getting chucked into the water and he drowned, or supposedly drowned, and obviously he didn't die, came back to life again. Dillon and Morgan and Reed and Ben and Victor were all set off to go on this mission to check out the cosmic rays, and they were supposed to check on the cloud, make sure everything was good to go, but they miscalculated, and therefore that allowed the cloud to come in, and it started to go increasingly fast, and they were all hit with some dark matter. After that, they were given extraordinary abilities, and so that's how he became the Human Torch. The Human Torch in the comic books, he is supposed to supposedly die after being in some fight in the negative zone, and essentially when he dies, he's supposed to resurrect, or he's supposed to come back to life at some point. He's going to be evil, but then they'll do something to be able to, so he's fixed. The real question is Dillon gonna be the major death for season 2 of The Rose? That is a question I'm not allowed to answer, and I'm not saying that because it's the truth. I'm saying it because you guys just need to sit and wait. You need to sit and wait, and you need to just be at the edge of your seats, because it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy, the major death is, because obviously, you know, if it's a major death, then that means that for me, it would be easier, because then I could just bring him back to life and everything's fine. But I mean, you never know. You never know who the major death is gonna. So I can't tell you who the major death is, but I can definitely reassure you that it's probably not gonna be Dillon, just based off of the fact that if this person is to die, they cannot come back. So, you know, if you have some questions, if you have some comments to just put in the comment section, you know, go ahead and do that. And yeah, I mean, the thing is that we can't really get rid of Dillon. Here's why. One, because he's Dillon's adopted dad. And if he were to die, then chances are Peter would probably, his future would probably change, and he would end up not doing things that he is supposedly supposed to do in the future. So, but the thing is that even if he does die, you know, he would come back to life. But the thing is that so many things would change in the midst of him being dead for who knows how long. So that's the problem. So that's what I'm saying. Just, I mean, just don't expect him to be the major death. But if it happens, it happens. If not, it just doesn't happen. So yeah, I think that's about it. You know, if you have any more questions, like I said earlier, you know, let me know down below. But like I said in the community tab, if you haven't already checked that out, because I post every single day usually, I'm gonna be posting videos every single day, 1 video a day, because I can't do too many videos. I mean, sometimes I'll probably get, you know, motivated to do more, but we'll see. Other than that, I'll let you guys off, and I'll see you guys in the not too distant future.